we have a huge story to tell with PlayStation 4. It's a story about this being the most powerful gaming system on the market. It's a story about this being the most socially interconnected system. There's a lot for us to do. We can't really speak to a specific event or activation, but what we can say is we want to get the DualShock 4 in more people's hands. And we want to make sure that people are seeing games like Killzone Shadowfall, games like Knack and Drive Club firsthand to witness what the next generation of gaming is going to be all about. One of the things that's blown us away is how the community and how we've been doing on social media, how the community's received us. Our sizzled trailer that we created for PlayStation 4 won awards, and the social media trending that we're seeing in terms of people's intent to pick up a PlayStation 4 and the positive kind of tone to people's commentary online has been overwhelming. We've never seen numbers like this. Our PlayStation blog has had its biggest E3 ever, and our Greatness Awaits campaign has been phenomenal. We feel like the PlayStation 4, with its social and its share button and its social interactivity, brings players into the world and lets them interact with each other and their gaming experiences in new ways. And that's what you can see, is that people are really accepting that, they're loving that, and they're expressing that online. And for us, going into these upcoming events, and hopefully we're going to have many more opportunities at these big events to show the PlayStation 4 hands-on, we feel like we're building momentum and people are getting excited. We have Knack, which is this fun action platformer. It's from Japan Studio and directed by platform architect Mark Cerny. We have Drive Club from Evolution Studios, and OctoDad, Dadliest Catch, is actually from a team of independent developers in Chicago called Young Horses. Anyone who's seen the tech demo, it was actually originally released back on PC a couple years ago, now it's coming to PS4, they know it's extremely funny, extremely clever, and extremely kind of human and relatable.
What inspired us to make OctoDad? We were a bunch of students at DePaul University in Chicago. We got together as a summer project to enter the Independent Games Festival, and we were trying to come up with a very interesting idea that would appeal to them. We were inspired by old cartoons like the Animaniacs, an old video game called Jurassic Park Trespasser, and some of David Lynch's films, oddly enough. I know, it doesn't make sense, but in particular, I think in Twin Peaks, we had a group of 3 of the students kind of went off to create a pitch, like an 8-page pitch, and they came up with this idea for a person that you couldn't control, like someone who they took your input badly. And at first it was like an octopus inside of a robot suit. That was the first thing that popped into their head. And when they took it to the larger group, the idea was brought up that it'd just be an octopus, like an octopus in human clothes. And from that idea that it's an octopus kind of walking around, we thought, like, well, he's a secret octopus, no one knows it. And we thought maybe if he's trying to fit in with people, he should have a family. And every idea snowballed from that point, just more and more ridiculous kind of as it went on. So as for what about Twin Peaks mattered to this game, it was kind of described as a sense of wrongness about the world. Like everything's close to normal, but not quite there. There's an uncanny valley to Twin Peaks and in some ways to OctoDad, except that we play all of that for comedy instead of a weird, dramatic situation. It's kind of a sort of mockery of normal life. And in our case, it's from the perspective of an octopus.